Hello everyone! Last week I talked about the events within the Nighthold, and I realized that I haven't covered the full events with Lightheart just yet, so that's what we're going to do today. Do keep in mind that part of the Illidan novel and the end of Nighthold, it does play a part in this storyline, so if you still want to experience those moments for yourself, be warned, spoilers ahead. The story of Lightheart, it actually begins with the Paladin Order Hall campaign, where the storms about the Tomb of Sargeras are intensifying, and the High Lord sends out Maxwell Tyrosus to keep an eye on the region and scour the area for possible survivors. Maxwell is able to find a few survivors who are recovering in the chapel, and he also saw with his own eyes an extraordinary luminescent object emerge from the Fellstorm. It fell down towards the coast of Suramar, cutting a swath through the Tempest itself. From it, he felt an incredible surge of power before it vanished beyond the horizon. We immediately need to bring this information to Archmage Khadgar, who decides that this information must be spread to all the other Order Hall leaders, which means that the questline it becomes available for every class who go out to investigate and find the mysterious lightbound objects.
Keep your wits about you. If we notice that object shooting out from the Fellstorm, so too did the Legion. Somewhere in those murky waters is our mysterious object. Time to get your feet wet. It's not here. Those beasts must have dragged it into the cave. The search continues. There it is. The giant is holding it. There's only one way to separate a giant from its treasure. You know what to do. Excellent. Hurry back to Dalaran and meet me in the Chamber of the Guardian. Safe return, friend.
We bring the mysterious object back to Khadgar, who thinks that it's most curious indeed. It's no object of the Legion's making, so he takes a closer look.
I pray that this, the final plea of the Army of the Light, has reached you intact. The 1,000 Years' War has reached its peak, but the nightmare is far from over. This vessel represents our ultimate sacrifice. It must reach the Prophet. He is the key. None of us asked for this burden. But it is what fate has deemed. Succeed, and the light may yet endure. Fail, and all worlds will burn.
We will not fail. Terralion.
Terralion and his beloved Illyria, they've been missing for quite some time now. They joined the Sons of Lothar as they stepped through the Dark Portal and took the battle to the Horde, until eventually they were forced to shut the Dark Portal and stay behind as Draenor turned into Outland. For many years, the people on Azeroth had no idea what happened to these heroes, until the moment came that the Dark Portal reopened with the Burning Crusade, and we got a chance to venture forth into Outland ourselves. We found Dawn of Trollbane, we found Kurdan Wildhammer, we even found Khadgar, but none of them were able to inform us about what exactly happened with Illyria and Terralion. Not even their son Arator was able to locate them, but he did tell us about a dream, the same dream that repeats every single night. A crimson skyline envelops him as Legion, numbering beyond comprehension, battle in the distance. He kneels before the body of a man, presumably his father, and he weeps. As he's gasping for air, his body wholly crushed, he whispers something. Despite every effort, Arator is unable to hear what his father's trying to tell him. Now the loading tips over the years, they still hinted at Illyria and Terralion being out there, and during Warlords of Draenor, we had a Cowled Ranger show up at the garrison in search for any sign of Illyria. Surprisingly, we actually found a silver-lined arrow within the Shadowmoon burial grounds. That means that some point in time, Illyria must have traveled to alternate Draenor before even we had. There's also the search that goes on during the Marksmanship artifact quest, in which we don't find Illyria herself, but we do collect her bow, and we figure out that at some point in time, she was taken captive and found her way to the planet of Nishkara. Now we have Lightheart, a message sent by the Army of Light, and the Prophet that Terralion spoke of, that is undoubtedly the leader of the Draenei, Prophet Velen. Our journey to discover the object's sacred purpose, it takes us to the Exodar, where upon arrival, we discover that the Legion forces, led by High General Rakish, they are already on the attack.
Fate has delivered you to us in this most dire time, hero. While I sense that your mission is urgent, If we do not push back these invading demons, we will all perish.
Velen is a little bit too busy for us at the moment, so we help him out by shutting down the Legion portals and rescuing terrified Exodar citizens. We even aid Farseer Nobundo and his forces with holding off the Legion assault and getting him and his warriors to safety.
Only by working together with these heroes have we won this day. Quickly, brethren, to the Vault of Lights! The Prophet needs our help!
I fear we have but a moment, hero. Rakish is still here, somewhere, and he must be stopped if my people are to find peace again. I know that you have ventured far to find me, and have brought with you a dire message. In your possession is an object of great importance. May I see it?
We must unite against the Legion.
Mother of Light! I'm sorry. I did not know. Champion, we have to go, now! I will explain on the way there. Inform me when you are prepared to leave, but please hurry.
Not all who wander are lost.
What you have brought to me is known as Lightheart. It is the sentience core of the Naru Prime, Zeera. Locked away within the core is wisdom, knowledge, crucial to our battle against the Burning Legion. Yet only a Naru born of Zeera is capable of unlocking the core. This is why you were sent here. This is the true purpose of the Burning Legion's invasion of the Exodar. The last of Zeera's line, Oros, sits unguarded in the heart of the Exodar. If they destroy Oros, the information within Lightheart will be lost forever.
We follow Velen to confront Rakish and save Oros, but the Exodar is not going down without a fight. A fell annihilator is summoned, which disintegrates Oros. Our Order Hall champions, they join the fight in a desperate attempt to destroy this machine and save every living soul inside the Exodar. During the fight, Velen realizes that he's been here before. He has seen a vision of this moment on the day that his son was born. The moment in which he saw himself weeping as he held a dying Exodar in his arms, his skin foul-pucked and battle-scarred. Holding his son, a son that he believed to have lost to Kil'jaeden and the Legion. The deceiver took Velen's child, let Velen believe that the boy had been killed, and then raised the child as an agent of the Burning Legion with the express purpose of murdering his own father. That bastard waited 13,000 years to exact vengeance upon Velen for defying Sargeras and the Legion, and now we're forced to kill his son, and Velen is pissed.
There is nothing left here for you, champion. Take Lightheart and return to Khadgar. Tell him that the light died here this day. Farewell.
We came as soon as we were able. Thank the light that you are safe, Prophet.
I am neither prophet nor pawn. Not any longer. Did Romul survive?
Grand Artificer Romul yet lives, sir.
Good. Find Romul. Tell him to begin repairs on the vessel. We are going home.
We head back to Khadgar to inform him about what has happened, how we failed, since Oros is now gone and our chance to unlock the information from within Lightheart, that seems to have gone with him. For now, we place Lightheart remains in one of the safest places on Azeroth, mainly our Order Hall, and that's where it ends for most classes, but the Paladins, they get a little bit extra, since the device reacts to Arator's presence.
Is it true that Turalyon is alive?
Alive, we think. It appears his army suffered a great defeat at the hands of the Legion.
By the light, what does that mean for Azeroth?
Erator. Son.
The vessel. It senses young Erator's presence.
If you can hear this, I have an important message. For ages, I have hunted the Burning Legion across the stars. In retribution, the Dreadlord Balnazar has been sent to Azeroth to destroy all that I hold dear. You must gather the defenders of the light, Erator. Keep the light alive. Fight! Or all is lost. Farewell, son. Do not lose faith, for it is in the darkest moments that the light shines brightest.
You heard my father. We must act.
Agreed, Erator. Brothers and sisters, the time to stand united is now. We must follow the High Lord's leadership more than ever. What will it be, High Lord? What should we do next?
The Paladin and the Priest Orderhal, they now work together on fighting the Dreadlord Balnazar and his forces, eventually gaining the aid of a member from the Army of Light, the Holy Dreadlord Lofrexion. Lightheart still has knowledge and secrets to unlock, and Khadgar might have found a key. He was going through some ancient cosmology tomes when he stumbled upon a passage indicating that the Prime Naru may have been created by Elune during the Great Ordering of Light and Shadow. Now, not a lot of details have been given about the creation of the Naru, but the chronicles, they do say that at the beginning, before any life began, before even the cosmos took shape, there was light and there was void. The mounting tensions between these two opposing yet inseparable energies, they eventually ignited a series of catastrophic explosions, rupturing the fabric of creation and birthing a new realm into existence. In that moment, the physical universe was born and shards of light were flung throughout reality. These shards suffused the matter of myriad worlds with the spark of life, giving rise to creatures of wondrous and terrible diversity. Occasionally, clouds of fractured light gathered and gave shape to beings of far greater power, of far greater potential. Among these creatures were the Naru, benevolent creatures composed of scintillating holy energies. So if Khadgar's research is right, and Elune was responsible for the creation of the Naru, that leaves the question as to what exactly Elune is, and we don't know. But if we try to tie it with the knowledge from the chronicles, does that mean Elune is the name used for the light that was there at the very beginning? Perhaps, but that's still a mystery to be revealed. For now, we have the Tears of Elune, which we gathered within Xe'ra, and if Elune did create Zeera, then it stands to reason that we could use the Tears to unlock the secrets of Light's heart.
Do not be alarmed, mortal. Your consciousness has been projected to my astral presence in the great dark beyond. I am Zeera, one of the first Naru to be forged here during the great ordering of the cosmos. You have come to the crucible of all creation in search of answers. Listen then, and find enlightenment. In a time now long past, a great battle was fought that would determine the fate of all worlds. It was in that final battle that the all-powerful Titan Pantheon fell to one of their own, Sargeras. After the fall, none were left to oppose the will of Sargeras. Unfettered, the Dark Titan and his burning legion would go on to annihilate countless worlds in their burning crusade. From the ashes of those ravaged worlds, survivors arose to stand against the demons. They became known as the Army of the Light. But now, the Golden Army teeters upon the precipice of oblivion, as their campaign on Argus nears its terminus. Should they fall, the Legion will initiate a new burning crusade, and with it the cosmos will tremble. I am here now on a mission of desperation. I seek the child of light and shadow, the boy destined to end the age of demons. The one called Illidan Stormrage.
Zeera's vision knocks us out for 3 days, and the knowledge of the Titan's demise, it overwhelms Khadgar with a sense of sadness, but it does explain a lot. We've been on our own all along, our gods killed before we were even born. This was also explained within the chronicles, but now the news is also found in-game, and Khadgar doesn't really know what to do right now. Illidan is seemingly gone, while the Army of Light, it still fights an endless war in our name, all the way from across the cosmos.
The pain will subside, champion. You now carry my mark, and through it I am able to see and feel as you do. Return to me when you are able. We have much to do.
Zeera does have a plan though. Lightheart is to serve as the vessel for Illidan's rebirth, but his soul is lost in the nether, since demon hunters, like the demons that they hunt, they can only truly be killed within the twisting nether. We must prepare the vessel for his return by going out and finding echoes of Illidan's past, starting where all life begins, starting at his birth, in Illidan's birthplace in Xe'ra.
An ancient memory stirs. When you are prepared, call to me, and together we will uncover a piece of Illidan's past.
Praise to the goddess. She has blessed us this night with new life. The birth of not one, but 2 healthy males.
2?
The Storm Rage twins.
Beautiful, nearly identical, except for...
That one, his eyes are golden.
Indeed. The child is destined for a great and prosperous future. His name is Illidan.
They've never really talked about the parents of Illidan and Malfurion, so for those of you who asked about them, we don't really know. The whole golden eye thing, that dates back to a time where the Night Elves believed that if you were born with golden or amber eyes, that was a sign of a great destiny. Later on, this changed to it being a sign of great potential with druidism, which is why Malfurion and many more that follow this path, they now have obtained their amber eyes.
Illidan's was a life full of potential. His destiny forged in the great ordering and cast to the cosmic winds, where at last it would find a home on Azeroth. Within the tiny vessel, the great cycle began anew.
While the years that followed tested the prophesied child, they would never break him. Zeera tells us to remember that fact, despite what we might see as the journey continues. Illidan spent his time alongside his twin brother Malfurion, and the twins fought for the affection of the young priestess, namely Turan the Whisperwind, as they underwent the trials of the demigod Cenarius.
Illidan, your anger is misplaced. I have not insulted you.
You have cast me out, Cenarius.
No. You may remain here, but I will no longer be your teacher. If you wish to continue studying the wilds, you may do so with your brother.
So I must learn from a novice instead of a master?
You must learn respect. Malfurion will become the first druid, because he is a dedicated student. You are not. To walk this path requires sacrifice, Illidan. Something you have yet to understand.
Brother.
Here's an example of a minor change that they made to Illidan's story, and although it's nothing major in this case, it does set a trend as to what we'll see in a moment. Originally, Cenarius never cast Illidan out, and he never told him to go and learn from his brother. Instead, it was a one-on-one conversation with Malfurion, in which he explained that there was much promise within young Illidan, but the demigod believed that promise would lie elsewhere. His eyes, they were a sign of some future mark upon the world, but he will not make it following Cenarius' teachings. Cenarius gave Malfurion a gentle smile. But you will try to teach him yourself, will you not? Perhaps you can succeed where I have failed? And for the rest of the story, as the War of the Ancients took place, Illidan himself just found his path leading more into the arcane, figuring that the noble ancient powers of his people, that those were his true calling.
Few have known such failure and rejection. Most would have given up, but Illidan would continue on, guided by the unseen hand of fate. His destiny lay elsewhere.
Years later, as the War of the Ancients raged on and the Burning Legion's grip upon this world took hold, Illidan would meet a military leader known as Kurtalas Ravencrest. He too would see the potential within Illidan, eventually promoting him to Captain of the Moonguard, a powerful group of Night Elf sorcerers. We must experience this memory within Blackrook Hold, located on the western shores of Xe'ra.
Rooksguard! Send these devils back to their dark masters! For Xe'ra! For Kalimdor!
Sire, the Legion's disruption of our long-range teleportation network has made travel challenging.
Better late than never, eh, lad? Those of us that still draw breath fight on. Are you
Sire, behind you! Another Felmaw has opened! Moonguard, focus your energies into me! We shall show these monsters the power of the arcane!
What manner of fellspawn have these devils set upon us? Mother Moon, help us all!
We require rest, Master.
Well done, Illidan. But the battle has only begun. The Legion has slain half of our forces and scattered the rest across the grounds. What you see here is all that remains of the Rooksguard protecting the hold. To make matters worse, that monstrosity in the arena will burn the hold from the inside out if it is not stopped. Take your Moonguard and rid Black Rook Hold of this demonic invasion. You are our last hope, Illidan. Do what you must. Should Black Rook Hold fall, all of Suramar will fall with it.
I will not fail you, my lord! It took nearly all of our energy to conjure that protective barrier. If I push these Moonguard any harder, they will die. If I can repair that deactivated portal, I will have the reinforcements I require, and a font of power to refresh my energy. Excellent. The power radiating from the portal will energize me, so long as I remain nearby. I must remember to return to these portals whenever I am fatigued.
At your command, Captain. At your command, Captain.
I am ready, Lord Ravencrest. Lower the portcullis.
Lower the gate and brace yourselves! Glaive throwers at the ready!
Run, little Ravencrest, run! There may still be time for you to flee and live out your final miserable days cowering in a tree somewhere. What's this? Ravencrest has sent a pup to face me? I will teach you to respect your betters, child. You dare to defy the Burning Legion? Kneel before the unmatched power of Fel!
The Fel magic is too strong. I could try and siphon energy from my Moonguard and use it to unleash devastation upon this demon. But my mages will die too. Alas, what choice exists? If I fail, Suramar falls tomorrow, and with it my beloved Taronda. I must act now. Forgive me for what I do.
Master, I am dying.
You killed your own soldiers? You crazed fool! You've sealed your own fate!
You were right, demon. Fel is more powerful than the arcane, but you wield it clumsily. Let me show you what destruction a master's touch can bring!
The pup has fangs.
Captain Stormrage has given us a fighting chance! Secure the rampart, Rooksguard! Advance!
Here we see a battle at Black Rook Hold with Illidan leading the Moonguard. Realizing that he's greatly outmatched, he decides to drain his allies to empower himself and unleash fury upon the demons. What's really cool is that we can see the mage Ronin riding on the back of the red dragon Coriastras, and we even have the orc Broxigar holding his ground against the demons. You might wonder, how is it possible that a human and an orc are fighting here in a vision of the past 10,000 years ago? And that's because this shows the events of the War of the Ancients trilogy. That story involves time travel, but time travel that actually changed history as we know it, and is now part of the official timeline. Like the scene with Cenarius, we also see a few changes here, almost as if this vision is like a fanfiction written by Illidan. Originally, he also became the leader of the Moonguard, channeling their powers into him and using it to lash out at the demons. The whole absorption part and using an early version of the Demon Hunter abilities, that is new, but using his forces like this is not. The major difference is that he's now oh so sorry for doing it, where originally he didn't really care. He was more than happy with using them to make himself look so much greater, something that Ronin did realize and intended to keep an eye on. A war like this, it does tend to distract you, so that moment never came, but there was the moment where Illidan's spells, they finally did the unthinkable, they killed his own people. At that point, Ronin decided to take action, to step in and take charge of the Moonguard, which as you might imagine, it pissed off Illidan and it stepped on his pride. This eventually led to him going to the palace and pretending to work for the Legion.
There are too many demons. I'll need more of my Moon Guard's power. Do I go too far? No. I must remain focused. The future of my people lies in my hands. It is not my time, but sadly, it is yours.
You walk down a dark path, Illidan. There's no turning back from this.
At Hero's Rest, we find Captain Jared's Shadow Song fighting with the Fellspawn of Lofros, and we give him a hand.
The battle is joined, Master Illidan.
The Dreadlord Lofros would make a return as he joined the Illidarian Outlands, where we took him out during the Burning Crusade. Next, we move out to help Broxigar the Red, the badass orc that sacrificed his life fighting against Sargeras to buy Azeroth enough time to win the war.
This fight isn't fair! You need to send more reinforcements against me, demons!
With the Axe of Cenarius in hand, Broxigar is kicking some serious demon butt, but something a little bit more deadly would soon show up. Melvin Gruffalls and the Spirit honor us with a day of glorious combat. You have my well-earned respect, Illidan Stormrage. I will gladly follow you into any battle, Broxigar says, and this is why I think Illidan himself wrote this, because Broxigar, he was always quite suspicious of Illidan, like the first times they met, Illidan burned his fingers. To have him now give respect to Illidan, it's a little bit weird.
The Nihilum portal is being protected by an Eridar known as Baladur. Conventional spells are useless against it. I'll have to call down the fury of the cosmos to destroy the portal. Then it will be just me and the demon.
I am the mightiest mage hunter in all the cosmos. You stand no chance, little elf.
Hunt this.
The Mage Hunter Baladur, the same Baladur that Frost Mages encounter during their artifact quest. It's quite a challenge and more power is needed.
Never have I felt such power. Such agony.
Illidan has taken the courtyard! Rooksguard, advance! We will join the battle in the arena! Captain Stormrage, lead the charge!
I have to jump into the arena to destroy that monstrosity. Mother Moon, give me strength.
Do something, Illidan! It's tearing us apart! The hold cannot take much more!
I've thrown everything I have at this creature to no avail. I must ask for the aid of my Moon Guard one final time.
Illidan, no! This cannot be!
Such savagery!
Are we no better than the monsters we fight?
What have you done? You've killed them all, Illidan!
What would you have me do, Cthulhu? Simper and nod to our new Legion overlords as they turn our world to ash?
There is always a choice. We could have
what? You are blind, Ravencrest. You are all blind! This was one invasion. They nearly killed everyone here and took Suramar! The best any of you can do is criticize my methods. My mages died saving our world. What have you given? What have you sacrificed? You're a damned fool, Ravencrest! No matter. I've learned all I can from you. We will never defeat the Legion so long as cowards hold the reins. Farewell, and good luck. Perhaps you may fare better begging them for your lives next time.
Difficult decisions had to be made, but to understand Illidan's perspective is essential if we are to succeed in our mission. What would you have done differently?
And so Illidan left his people behind to follow his own plans and infiltrate the palace and fight them from within. However, that's a story we'll save for next week, since we're going on for long enough. Now, I was hoping to do all of this in one go, but the delicious voice acting, it really adds to the runtime, and there's still plenty to talk about. That will be for next week. For now, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos, leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and until next time, guys, see ya!